So welcome back to video 2 of our tutorial. Last time we started off here in multiplayer Minecraft, sought shelter and walled ourselves in from the elements outside. Ooh, there goes a creature. It's still night out, so we're going to go ahead and talk about what to do during the night and how to make best use of our time. What are your thoughts, Robert?
Mining is the best use for nighttime use.
Mining. So Robert's already started a little bit of a stairwell or down here into the center of the earth. So we're going to follow him down, and he's going to show you how to make a pretty straightforward winding staircase down underground.
Basically, you just face the stairs like this. Take the first two up that's facing you, and then one down. If it's safe, you hop down and repeat. Two here, one down.
So hopefully you can see that clearly. He's taking out 3 blocks, 2 in front and 1 below, and hopping down. Be careful as you go down, because sometimes you will hit a cave or lava or water, and you don't want to jump into that without looking. A quick tip: if you hit F3 on your keyboard, you'll see a sort of diagnostic display in the upper left hand corner. Pay attention to that Y coordinate. Right here it says 62. That means we are 62 blocks above the very bottom of the game. That number goes down as we hop down 1 block at a time. We'd encourage you to go ahead and, if you're comfortable doing it, mine down as far as you can go. Really don't go any lower than level 6. That's the top of what they call the bedrock. The bedrock is basically 5 layers of indestructible blocks at the very bottom of the game. Can't mine them out, and you can't really go below them. So what is it we are looking for as we mine, Robert?
Iron, coal. Those are the main things we need right now.
We're looking for iron and coal. The reason we want iron is we want to have an upgrade to our tools. Iron lets you mine a larger array of blocks, such as diamonds, gold.
And here is our first iron strike.
Oh, we've struck iron. Iron has that sort of kind of peachy.
So you can see it.
I got a good shot.
Okay.
Has that sort of peachy look to it. And we're going to collect that, and then the next step, once we've collected that, will be we'll eventually take it back up top to our shelter and melt it down into iron ingots for use in recipes. I'm going to go ahead and check the status of where we're at, and we are at Y coordinate 50, so we can still go ahead and keep mining on downward.
Let's take this up. We got iron, we can start smelting it.
Alright, Robert wants to head on up and show you how to smelt some iron. And to go up, basically just go forward on the keyboard and hit the space bar, and it will allow you to jump up the steps. I'm not sure if you can hear that in the background, but I believe that's rain. Let's look out the window. Yep, it's raining. Now you want to be careful with the rain, because when it is light out, there aren't usually skeletons and zombies. However, when it rains, they can still kind of lurk out there. So it's a good idea to, when you're first starting out and not really well equipped, to stay inside when it rains.
How about a door so we can come in and go as we please?
Alright, well, let's talk about melting down the iron that we found.
I already got it going.
He has it going, and last time we showed you, just put in some fuel in the bottom. That can be wood, or that could be coal. And then above, put in what you want to melt down, in this case the iron ore. And as you can see, it will slowly melt or heat up into iron ingots. So we're going to let that cook, and while it's cooking we will talk about making a door so that we have a way in and out of our shelter here. Now, a door we need to use the crafting table to make. And do you have any wood left on you, Robert?
Yes. I already have a door made up too.
Oh, so
here's all the wood, and there's a door.
so this is what a door looks like, and I will show you how to make it. Basically, a door takes 6 blocks here to make, and you can do it either on the left or the right side. Just go ahead and fill in all 6 blocks. A door will appear. Again, shift click, and it will appear right into your inventory. Now, to place the door, you need to remove 2 blocks vertical, and I'll go ahead and let Robert do that. And then, by tradition, I don't know if it's a really good reason behind it, but we typically stand outside facing in, look down, right click, and place a door. We've seen different theories on door placement, and we'll just kind of leave it up to you to decide how you want to place it.
One other thing I would also point out about the door, if you have it, can you make a pressure plate?
A pressure plate.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to make what's called a pressure plate, and that's just what, a square of 4? Or is that 2 side by side?
It's just, yeah, 2.
Just fill in 2 blocks side by side. They can be anywhere here. Shift and click, and we've made a pressure plate. I'm going to go ahead and show you also a little tip in multiplayer how to pass an item. Just highlight that in your hotbar down there and hit the letter Q on your keyboard, and it should shoot out of your inventory to your buddy there.
If you put a pressure plate here, all you need to do is walk up to the door and you can go in and out of it. And if you're in a hurry, just open the door from the outside, run in, and automatically shut behind you. Saves you a lot of time.
It's a good tip, especially in the beginning when you might be running from things. Put a pressure plate. And to open a door, you can simply left click or right click, and it will open up. Alright, so let's check on our iron. Have our iron cooking. We made 11 ingots. We're going to go ahead and make up an iron tool. We will make a pickaxe since we are mining. And again, just highlight that item and hit Q, and then you can pass items to your other players.
Should make the shears.
Right, this last update or update before last, they put in scissors or shears, and these are useful because they allow you to gather wool from sheep, and they also allow you to gather leaves from trees. I haven't really figured out a great use for those yet, but I'm sure I will. The shears, I believe, are just diagonal with iron, so any of these diagonals should do it. And shift click, and you have some shears. You want to use shears to get wool because a wool will allow you to make a bed, and a bed will allow you to sleep, and by sleeping you can reset your spawn point. So should you die, you would not be spawning in the very beginning of where you started. You'd be spawning wherever you set your bed. Also, bed during the night, if you are logged on alone, single player, or alone on multiplayer, if you sleep, then the night will pass more quickly. And what are you up to now, Robert?
Just going to expand this so we're not always triggering the door right away. And we should also explain how you can use the sneak key so you don't slide off.
Robert is making a little expansion on our shelter here, and one of the techniques he's using to not fall off the blocks there is the sneak key. I have that bound still to the default key, and that is actually, I've changed it to the little tilde key next to the number 1. And basically what you do is you move as you would normally, but you hold down the sneak key, and it allows you to slowly approach the edge of the block and turn or place another block without falling off and damaging your hearts. So in this case I will walk backwards holding down the sneak key and be able to place a block directly beneath my feet without falling. This might take a little bit of practice, but it's definitely a good thing to know, especially if you're having to build over a high area above lava or water. Alright, is there anything else you want to cover before we close this tutorial out?
Can't think of anything else. The next one is, once the rain's gone, we should go get some food and wool and scope out a more permanent solution for a place to live.
Alright, so next tutorial, tutorial 3, we will venture out again, gather some food, which we need to replenish our hearts, gather some wool for a bed, maybe scope out a location for building a more permanent settlement, and we'll also talk about alternatives to coal if you weren't able to find a coal deposit initially. So we'll see you in tutorial 3.